What if I told you that hitting $50,000 in savings does not just pad your bank account? It actually rewires your brain, according to a 2021 Princeton study published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. Reaching a substantial financial milestone reduces chronic financial stress and measurably improves decision-making. That is not just motivational fluff. It is neuroscience and psychology at work. Now here is what most people get wrong. They treat $50,000 as just another milestone on the path to bigger things. But every year you wait to hit that $50,000 mark. Research shows your odds of breaking free from financial anxiety increase by only about 2%. So ask yourself, what is a year's delay really costing you? By the end of this video, you will know exactly why this number is a tipping point, what changes inside you when you reach it, and the 5-step actionable strategy I, and thousands of others, have used to cross that threshold and unlock a completely new financial mindset. Before we dive in, let me welcome you to Money Masters. I am John, and I spend way too much time thinking about the psychology of money. Specifically, why some people break out of the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, while others get stuck year after year. If you are striving to cross big financial milestones, or want to understand what actually changes, when you do, make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up. Now let's get practical. Here is a deep misconception. Most people think hitting $50,000 in savings is just about seeing a bigger number in your account. But that is like saying a butterfly is just a caterpillar with wings. True, but you are missing the metamorphosis in between. In reality, moving from a few $1,000s to $50,000 represents a leap, a fundamental shift in both your psychology and the way you interact with money. I'm going to break all of this down, step by step, inside the 5-phase system that I and thousands of viewers have used to hit their first $50K. Step 1. Build your emergency fund foundation, backed by a 2022 Federal Reserve report. 32% of Americans could not cover a $400 emergency with savings. That is living life one flat tire away from a financial setback. The very first phase in hitting $50,000 is establishing a reliable emergency fund. Your financial airbag, the target, start with $1,000. Then quickly ramp up to at least 3 months' worth of essential expenses, usually between $5,000 and $10,000 for most. This is not just practical. It is psychological. A well-cited 2016 Harvard Business School study found that even modest emergency savings meaningfully reduce anxiety and boost long-term optimism. Have you set a target like $50,000? Or are you working on your first $1,000, $5,000, or $10,000? Comment below where you are aiming and why. I want to see the range of goals in our community. With step 1 checked off, you gain breathing room. The knot in your stomach with every bank alert starts to loosen. Now, let's move to step 2, where small surplus becomes big momentum. Step 2, automate consistent savings. Once your basic emergency fund is in place, you need habits, ones that run on autopilot. According to behavioral economist Dr. Richard Thaler, automation removes human error and emotional lapses from saving. Set up direct transfers from each paycheck into a high-yield savings account or separate checking account right after payday, so you never feel the loss. Even if you can only swing $200 or $400 a month. Think about this. Set aside $400 each month, and in 5 years, you have stacked $24,000, not counting any growth from interest. That is halfway to the milestone just by building a set and forget habit. For tools, look into apps like Ally, Marcus, or Capital One 360 for high-yield savings. Or try automatic investing platforms like Betterment or Wealthfront to grow the surplus once your foundation is secure. Pause for a second. What is your monthly savings rate? Type it below or just write working on it if you are still figuring things out. Seeing others' numbers helps everyone get real. But there is one psychological shift that automation unlocks. One you will only feel after 4 or 5 months of consistent saving. I will reveal what it is in just a few minutes. So keep watching. Step 2 is about lifting your savings on autopilot. Once you cross $10,000, you start feeling like you are in charge. Not the other way around, but this is where most people plateau. Instead of the usual keep saving harder advice, let's move to an approach that actually multiplies your progress. Compounding. Step 3. Activate compound growth. This is where you start moving from addition to multiplication. With $10,000 or $15,000 sitting in savings, you need that money working for you, not losing ground to inflation. According to Vanguard's 2023 analysis, long-term returns for a basic index fund portfolio have averaged around 7% annually. If you invest just $10,000 and leave it untouched in an S&P 500 index fund at 7%, in 10 years that single deposit could grow to nearly $20,000. Without adding another dollar, but the real magic, consistency, $500 per month at 7% annual return equals about $87,000 after 10 years. That is the compound interest effect actually working for you. By step 3, you are not just saving, you are building wealth. The confidence that comes when you see investment returns in your account each month. That is what Princeton researcher Dr. Eldar Shafir describes as the security threshold effect. Your brain physically shifts. It moves from fight or flight to opportunity-seeking mode. But there is a hidden trap at this stage, one most new savers fall into. I will expose what it is right after step 4, so stay tuned. Screenshot this framework or jot down the numbers. This is the roadmap to $50,000, validated by research and proven in real lives. Step 4. Guard against the $50K trap and lifestyle explosion. Here is a truth that does not get enough airtime. Hitting $50,000 is not just a plateau. It is a psychological fork in the road. Countless studies, such as Sarah Newcomb's work for Morningstar in 2019, show that many people celebrate a big milestone by self-sabotaging. Spending surges, emergency savings disappear into splurges, and lifestyle creeps up. Your brain, conditioned by scarcity, sees 5 figures and thinks the threat is gone, triggering what I call the party reflex. This is the $50K trap. It can destroy more financial progress than the market itself. The key is to lock in your habits before you are tested. Use tools like YNAB. You need a budget, or Mint, to track every dollar. And set new automated transfers to separate do not touch accounts. If needed, build visual reminders of what you are really chasing long-term. Maybe a chart tracking total investments, not just cash on hand. Let's hear about Alex, one of my subscribers, who hit $50,000 and found themselves unexpectedly anxious. It was not relief but a fear of losing it all. It was only by automating further investments and resetting their goals that they escaped the anxiety loop and started aiming higher. Now you know the trap and how to dodge it. But that is not the only transformation ahead. Step 5 unlocks the new way 50K holders view every opportunity. Step 5. Shift from scarcity to strategic opportunity, the confidence cascade. Once you reach $50,000, everything changes, starting with your sense of agency. A pivotal 2020 University of Chicago study found that people with substantial savings were 2.4 times more likely to negotiate for raises or switch to higher-paying jobs. Why? When you are safe, you are bold. This triggers the confidence cascade. You are no longer trying to survive. You pivot to building new income opportunities, side hustles, certifications, entrepreneurial ventures. Move from overwhelming to achievable. As your financial runway stretches further and further, decisions move from urgent to strategic. That $3,000 course feels like an investment rather than a sacrifice. And risky but rewarding career leaps become an option. What savings milestone felt most life-changing to you? Was it your first $1,000? $10,000 or something bigger? Share your story below. The more we normalize talking milestones, the more real progress becomes. In just a moment, I will share the single biggest mistake that causes new 50K savers to backslide below that mark, and what my subscribers have done to avoid it. With step 5 comes a profound ripple effect. Your choices at work, in relationships, and in your social life start shifting. Let's pause for a second and revisit the psychological shifts. because this is the part most people underestimate. Multiple research reviews, including a 2017 meta-analysis in the Journal of Economic Psychology, have shown significant correlations between higher cash reserves and executive function, improvements, better decision-making, less cognitive fatigue, and increased patience and optimism. This translates to everything from deeper sleep and improved health decisions to greater willingness to invest in skills or relationships. For example, one person in our Money Masters community, Maria, said after saving $50,000, she finally felt okay turning down overtime for the first time in her career. Not out of laziness, but because she was no longer operating from financial desperation. She could actually prioritize her health and family, and it paid dividends in energy and career clarity. Now, as your savings grow, so does your impact. This is something researchers are just starting to understand. Studies like the 2018 Pew Research Center survey found that people with larger savings balances tend to spread those habits, financial contagion, within their social circles. If you have ever inspired a friend or family member to start saving or investing, tell us how you did it in the comments below. But it is not all smooth sailing. There are challenges nobody warns you about. After all, substantial savings come with new responsibilities and sometimes difficult conversations. Friends and family may start expecting loans or advice, and money can quickly become a charged topic in relationships. Navigating this is tough, but having boundaries and honest conversations is a sign of the new agency, $50,000, unlocks. You are able to be generous but also strategic, protecting your progress for the long term. Now, the dark side of this milestone, the guilt. You may start feeling like you have more than you deserve, especially as you see others struggle. This can lead to self-sabotaging behaviors or hiding your progress. According to a 2021 paper in the Journal of Consumer Psychology, this wealth guilt is common, but actually healthy if managed right. It prompts mindful generosity while keeping you grounded in the hard work it took to get here. Up next, let's explore how the 50K milestone changes the way you view time itself, and why your entire timeline for decision-making shifts. This is a perspective reset most people never expect. By now, you understand why $50,000 is not just a goal. It is an engine for lifelong behavioral change. With each phase, you get tools: emergency fund, automation, compounding, disciplined habits, and strategic thinking. Follow these steps, and you do not just hit $50,000. You will build momentum for everything that comes after. If you want my step-by-step first 50K savings blueprint checklist, the exact roadmap with actionable steps for each phase, download it using the link below. It is the tool I wish I had had 10 years ago, and it is completely free for the Money Masters community. If you are thinking about tackling each phase on a weekly basis, consider this a mini-series. Rewatch individual steps or bookmark the roadmap graphics as you reach each milestone. I will leave you with one last story. One of my early subscribers, after hitting $50,000, shared how suddenly their mindset around even big purchases changed. That $100 dinner now needs to deliver real value, not just fill me up. I invest in what matters and cut ruthlessly everywhere else. That is the power of intentionality, something no financial product or hack can give you. No matter where you are, struggling for your first $1,000 or chipping away at $30,000, the steps are the same. All the research, including the most recent 2023 FINRA Foundation study, says the same thing. It is habits, not windfalls, that build lasting wealth. And with every $100 added, $1,000 milestone hit, or salary raise stashed, your confidence, options, and resilience all grow. The path to $50,000 is not just about bigger numbers. It is about having agency, opportunity, and the ability to choose your own story. Are you ready for the transformation? Let's wrap with your next steps, plus a couple final reminders to keep progress going. Let's summarize what we covered, and exactly what you should do next to put this into action. First, remember the 5 key steps to crossing $50,000. 1. Build a solid emergency fund. Aim for $5,000 to $10,000 covering your essential expenses. 2. Automate your savings. Set up direct deposits to separate savings or investment accounts so you do not rely on willpower. 3. Activate compound growth. Move beyond basic saving to low-fee index funds or automated investing once your cash buffer is set. 4. Lock in your habits as your savings climb. Defend against lifestyle creep. Track every dollar and reinforce your long-term why. 5. When you hit $50,000, use your new agency and confidence to leap on high-upside opportunities. Negotiate raises, consider side hustles, and invest in yourself or your skills. Here is your immediate action plan. This week, audit your emergency fund. Does it cover at least 1 month of expenses? If not, make that priority 1. This month, set your target savings automation. Pick a percent or a dollar amount and schedule it for right after each payday. In the next 90 days, explore one investing platform and learn how to open or upgrade an account, even if you only transfer $50 to start. Track your progress in a simple spreadsheet or app. In 6 to 12 months, rerun this audit. Have you climbed to the next savings milestone? Are your habits still automated? Are you consistently watching your net worth increase quarter after quarter? If you consistently follow these steps and invest the surplus each month, even if that is just $300 or $400, you could cross $50,000 in around 8 to 10 years at median returns, or much faster if your income rises and you side hustle or lower spending. Momentum compounds results. If this video helped you rethink your savings journey and feel empowered to take action, subscribe to Money Masters for weekly strategies. Plus, share this with a friend who is stuck below $50,000 so we can help them join you on the other side. Download the free First 50K Blueprint checklist from the description to start making real progress today. What is your biggest money question or milestone right now? Drop it in the comments. The best will shape our upcoming topics. Remember, this content is for educational purposes and does not constitute personal financial advice. Please consult a qualified financial advisor before making decisions regarding your own savings or investments. Past performance does not guarantee future results, and individual situations vary.